You're fired. I know you're fired has turned into a TV catchphrase, but I also know that firing somebody can be a very difficult thing to do. But as a salon manager, that goes with the territory. I've never met someone who actually enjoys having to fire people, but your job as the leader is to develop the team and the individuals within it. And sometimes, for a range of reasons, it just doesn't work out for some people. And as a result, you have to let them go. See, there are some people that, given a good talking to, that they can and they will turn their behaviour around and become the person that you need them to be. But, in my experience, in most cases, it's a temporary measure. And the real them resurfaces before long. So instead of hoping it will get better, you're often better to just bite the bullet and do the deed instead of letting poor performance have a negative effect on the rest of the team and affect the morale and the culture of the salon in a negative way. And do you know what? As unlikely as it may sound, they might even thank you for it. You see, oftentimes someone is stuck. They don't always have the courage to take the next step and to move on to perhaps find what their new passion is. I was always amazed that after me laying awake at night before having to fire someone, that when I did, that they hardly batted an eyelid and they knew that it was for the best. So obviously though, there are times when it isn't like that and someone is devastated at losing their job and the security that goes with it. But it's a business. And you sometimes have to do what is right for the business and hope that the individual getting fired bounces back. And I suggest that in most cases that they do. I think that the most important thing to remember is that when you do have to fire someone, that you get on with it. Regardless of what they've done, there's no point in being vindictive or malicious. Always be professional. Make sure that before you do it, that you're legally within your rights. And if the circumstances warrant it, have a witness. But otherwise, do it in private. Prepare whatever paperwork you might need beforehand and just get it done and dusted as quickly as possible. In an interview with Alistair Campbell for his upcoming book, Winners and How They Succeed, Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief of Vogue, said that everyone should be sacked at least once in their career. Maybe she's right. Maybe it's a rite of passage where we all have to reflect on who we are and what we want out of life. The last thing to remember is that if someone has to be fired, that as the manager, there's always a lesson in there for you too. So what was it? What can you learn from it? Was the recruitment process wrong? Did they not share your values from the beginning? Did they not get enough of an induction and ongoing training as to what the expected actions and behaviours in the salon are? Or were you afraid to get on top of the problem in the early stages so that it just got worse and then eventually became irreversible? So thank you for watching, and if this has been helpful and you'd like to find out more about what we do, visit growmysalonbusiness.com. Have a great week.